going rough enough.
Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another League Tips video. Before this video gets underway, I quickly want to tell you guys that I would want to hear your feedback and opinions and suggestions and whatever as well. Basically, if you have some sort of really sweet tip that you think I should talk about and share to people, please write it in the comments below. And if I end up using your tip directly, I'll definitely give you credit in the next video. So please keep that in mind. And without further ado, let us go on with the video. Alright, the theme of this League Tips video is going to be the new Season 3 and how there are many different changes in terms of what you want to do and how you want to start and all that good stuff. So I want to give you guys 3 really important ones that I feel like are the biggest changes and that I really recommend you guys follow. So the first one is going to be us talking about the new bottle item, which in this game is called, of course, a crystalline flask. This is a very strong item, especially in the mid lane and also if you're top lane or support, because it gives you so much sustain in your lane. It gives you the flask, it gives you 4 HP pots, for example. You can get 1 mana pot and even a ward for that crazy lane sustain and even safety, basically because of the ward. Now, a reason I like this a lot is because it lets you trade with your enemy lane partner quite often, and you can just simply pop all those HP pots and even the mana pots if you need it, and it lets you stay in the lane a lot longer. Now, you might want to get boots if you're up against someone like Cassiopeia, which requires you to dodge, but other than that, I highly recommend starting with the flask and the HP pots. Alright, tip number 2 is going to be talking about the jungle. Now, since the new changes, as I'm sure you know, all the jungle minions have been altered in a very interesting way. Now, instead of all of them being somewhat equally strong, the main jungle minions, so for example, the big wolf, the big wraith, or the big golem, or the blue buff, or the red buff, are much stronger as opposed to the other mobs around it, such as the 2 lizards as you see here, or the 2 small wolves, or the 3 wraiths, or the smaller golem. So because of this, single target junglers are actually a lot more viable now, if not even maybe more viable than AoE junglers, just because the smaller minions are very easy to kill and they do not require much at all, while the bigger minions in each of the camp do require a substantial amount of damage as opposed to before in order to down them, which is why single target damage dealers will be able to output this damage much faster compared to AoE junglers, which is why, again, I highly recommend running single damage dealers over AoE, just because you'll be able to run through the jungle much faster, since all the main minions do have a lot more HP, while the smaller minions have a lot less HP. Alright, tip number 3 is, of course, Vamp Scepter is a lot better than a Dorans Blade for an AD carry. Now, the reason I say this is because before Dorans Blade gave you percentage lifesteal, however, now it gives you flat lifesteal, which, I mean, early on might seem pretty good, but it does not scale whatsoever. And since it does not scale with percentage lifesteal, it does not work very well late game, for example, when you have an IE that is chunking people, because you will get 0 life back from all that damage that you're outputting, which is why it's not very good. Now, Vamp Scepter still is a percentage lifesteal, which is why it's really solid right now. Plus, it gives you some damage with that longsword that it requires you to build into it. And another part I want to talk about the Dorans items is the fact that the sell value of Dorans is a lot lower now. Before, it used to be about 50% of a sell value when you would, sell it back to the store. However, now it dropped down to 40% of the original cost that it takes to buy the Dorans item, which is why not only does the Dorans Blade not scale well into late game at all, but the fact that you have to sell it even if you do buy it as an AD carry really kind of messes it up, because you will not get back your money's worth whatsoever, since now it is only 40% sell back value rather than 50%. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that League Tips video. Please check out the previous one where I talk about how to counter jungle in Season 3 as Shackle. Also, please check out my LOL moments where I feature a really fast Katarina pentakill, which I really think you guys will enjoy. Also, don't forget to write any tips you have in mind in the comment section below, and if I end up using your tip directly, I'll definitely give you credit for it. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Peace.